You're watching TVC News. The National Union of Petroleum and Natural Gas Workers says it will join the planned protest by organized labor on Monday. NUPENG President Williams Apori has said the union is demanding for the immediate inauguration of the NSITF board. He called on the president to intervene to ensure sustenance of peace between organized labor and the Ministry of Labor and Employment.
Ngige must apologize to the organized labor, for hiring talks to harass, a peaceful protest by the workers, and that he should, if as empowered by the act, inaugurate the board, as appointed by the president, or as nominated by the president. He doesn't have power. I heard when he says authority is a competent authority. He doesn't have the authority to override the decision of the president. And if, as we speak here, if the same president that nominated Kokori has not reached back to Kokori and say you are no more the board chairman, then I don't think only Ngige can take that decision on his own. So our position is that Kokori has been nominated by the president, must be inaugurated as the NSITF board chairman.
I'm now joined by live from our Abuja studios by the president of the Nigeria Labour Congress, Comrade Ayuba Wabba, for his reaction to these planned protests. Thank you for joining us on the news. NLC is no doubt urged by what transpired at the last protest. How exactly is this next line of action going to drive home your demands?
Well, thank you very much. The issue of non-inauguration of this very important labor market institution had been a matter of concern to the NLC for over 2.5 years. We have raised this issue severally. Instead of discussing the issue on the round table and tell us the reason why the inauguration have not taken place, despite the fact that all other boards, more than 500 of them, have been inaugurated, a lot of reasons have been advanced, and therefore we have continuously used all legitimate means, picketing, protests, including ultimatum, but all of these have not been addressed. And therefore, NLC and Workers' Fund should not only be protected, but there is no reason under the law why one person should continue to run the organization as a sole administrator. So clearly this has been the issue, and therefore that is why Labour have continued to protest. We have written severally also to Mr. President. And the new element that is being introduced now is to the effect that he said, well, that even the constitution of the board, which before now, what we are even confronting with is only about inauguration. He also said, well, that the chairman was not even appointed by Mr. President. I want to say that that information is not correct. That information is false. Or if there is any change, I thought that we should be informed that there is any change. Up till now, he has not informed anybody. So this is why we had to picket, because we picketed his official residence and office. Because as Minister of Labour, he is the first breach of communication between us and government. And he has not communicated, as far as we're concerned, on this issue that we have protested for more than 2 years.
Now we need to understand.
So that's why Labour is going to protest also on Monday, because of the non-inauguration and because of also the issue of falsehoods that have come in.
We need to understand something very clearly here. You say in some of your recent utterances that we are going on a larger scale of action. Sounds rather tough. Doesn't it appear to you that this planned protest is now metamorphosing into a battle of might rather than a battle for justice?
Certainly it's a battle for justice. As I told you, it's a key labor market institution. And that's why NLC, by the act, has 2 members on the board. We have raised this issue more than 2 years ago. There is nobody in this country that is not aware of the fact that Labour have raised this issue. In fact, we have written severally. We have met with security agencies severally over this issue. And none of them can say that Labour have not followed the normal process. In fact, why we reduce the protest only to Abuja is because of our concern to also the issue of ensuring that we act in a way and manner that people will understand what the grievance is all about. Because the way and manner Ngige used talks under the watch of his security aides to actually unleash terror on workers that were protesting very peacefully means that there is something that they want to hide. What is that they want to hide? First is that these funds are workers' funds, and that is why it's a key labor market institution. If in the past 30 years such a situation have never arose, why should it arise at this point in time in a democratic dispensation when social dialogue, consultation is something that we have encouraged? Up till now, I assure you that there have not been consultation. The minister only speaks on the TV and we respond to him in the live manner, but there is no consultation or dialogue to tell us exactly what is even happening. So having been pushed to this level, because we are also stakeholders in the Nigerian project, workers are stakeholders, importantly in this labor market institution, we thought that we should be able to express our grievances and we should call the attention of Mr. President to intervene in this issue that affects Nigerian workers.
Well, we need to also quickly get this straight on. Dr. Chris Ngige had on Friday called on workers to disregard your call for a protest, saying the reason for that call was flimsy and selfish. How would you react to this?
Well, you know that he has been twisting truth and falsehood, I think, from his end, have been very constant, even in many, many other issues. The issue is that he cannot give any order to any worker, you are aware. That's why he couldn't attend our May Day, because our ultimatum ends on a May Day. And therefore, there is no such instruction that anybody can take serious. Workers should disregard whatever he's saying because they are aware of his shenanigans and the whole fact that he has tried to undermine industrial relation issue in Nigeria. We have never had it so bad, and that's why you have found out that there are a lot of industrial relation crises in different sectors, because he preferred to handle those issues on ad hoc basis instead of using procedure, instead of using rules, like the lack of even inauguration of the National Labour Advisory Council 4 years down the line is one of the issues that we have continued to raise. Why should key labor market institutions not be inaugurated so that they can work in tandem with international conventions? Like the National Labour Advisory Council is in tandem with Convention 144 of the International Labour Conference, which provides clearly that there should be tripartism. There should be a social dialogue platform. He has refused deliberately to inaugurate even that board. So this is the whole issue, and therefore workers should disregard such a pronouncement. It's not true. We have challenged him. Let us appear on a national platform and present our issues. Nigerians will know the truth, and Nigerians will be able to understand who is actually lying. So clearly this is the situation, and this is where we are.
All right, we look forward to this whole issue being resolved amicably between you and the government altogether. Well, we've been speaking with the President of the Nigeria Labour Congress, Comrade Ayuba Wabba. Thank you for coming on the news.